everybody. Just wanted to hop on and say hello for the second time today. So I realized that I went through my entire presentation that I had for you and forgot to share my screen. So that is what I'm modeling for you is that entrepreneurs try stuff, and when it doesn't work the first time, they don't just quit and delete their video. They go back and they redo it because practice makes perfect. So just like back in grade school when you called out do-over, that's what I'm going to do right now, a little do-over for you. So if you watched the content earlier, I think there may have been one person live. Just wanted to say thanks for sticking through with that. And now, hopefully, I'm watching it on the other screen so I can see what you all are seeing. So just to let you know, my name is Angie. I am the creator of AI Coaching with Angelina. And my goal, I've set a goal for myself, and that is to be consistent this year. And so one of the things that I'm really trying to practice is to be consistent because that's going to deliver results. And so that looks like showing up and doing lives. And so I'm going to do that every Friday at 10 o'clock Central. And I'm also working to be super consistent posting on social media. And so if you haven't joined our AI business group on Facebook, I would love to have you there. I'll put that link in the show notes. And then I also want to really give you some value today in thinking about ways that you can use AI to actually reduce overwhelm. I know that sometimes when I get focused and started on things that it's really hard for me with ADHD that my brain is just all over the place. So I'm really working to put systems in place that will help and support me in my business. Two of the things that I did just this week is I started two new groups working in them. One is a coaching group that is based on organizing. That's with Tracy Hoth. And then also with Suzanne Taylor King joining her Business with AI group. So it's called the Idea Lab on Facebook. I'll also share those links later. Okay, so what I want to tell you is that it's really important to create systems that work for you. And so one of the systems that I'm going to show you is my bookmarks bar. Okay, now I almost did it again, and I was distracted because that crazy dog is barking in the background. So I'm so sorry. So here we go. Picture-in-picture layout. And then I'm going to share my screen. So present, share screen. Yes. Entire screen. It's a lot of clicks, you guys. Okay. Here we go. I feel like we're almost there. So let's check. All right. So the first tool that I want to show you is actually the bookmarks bar. So what I did is I took up here where it says business tools, and I organized it by the different things that I do within my business. And so one of those is using Notion. And I bookmarked this particular section of Notion because it's where I keep all of my ideas. So if I'm out and about or I'm listening and I'm like, oh, that would be a good one, I'll post that here. And what it does is it creates you can do so many things with Notion, but this is just where I'm going to get my ideas started. So each week I've dedicated to creating a blog post. So this is where I'll store all of those ideas for the week. If I want to maybe make a social media post, I'll add that here. So it's really just like a storage repository, but then it's not in my brain. So it's somewhere else, which is super helpful. In thinking about blogging, I've also bookmarked where my blog is so I could quickly go to it and post. This lovely lady named Sherry created Birdie the blog generator, and I'm using that to help me with my blog posts. And then I even have created a template for my blog post. And I want to show you this today because it's really quite amazing. And what I did is I set this template up. Okay, it's not quite amazing. It's a white sheet, let's be honest. However, the concept is that now that I have this template, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of it so that I don't mess with my original template. So make a copy. And I'm going to name this, let's say this is for this week. So April, uh, we'll say, I don't know, 24th, 2025, sorry. And then you'll notice down here on the template that there's 3 different pages, but this is so cool. They're actually all different sizes. So if you go to the grid view, you can kind of see I renamed them. So this is my blog post image. This will be my Instagram image, and this is my Facebook image. Now, just for fun, I'm going to delete these for now. And I'm going to go into this blog post image, and I am going to, over here, you'll notice, and this is kind of in the way, so let me move that. This icon here is the Magic Studio. So if you click on that, you can ask it to help you create images. Say we want to create a new design. And then you can also go out to the AI tools. And I'm going to pause, switch screens for just a second. So if I go to Canva, the main homepage, there's something called Canva AI. And if you click here, and actually it's over here too. I wasn't seeing it before. Let me see if that's here as well. No, it is not. So it looks like, unless I'm missing it, once you're in a design, that Canva AI is not there. So if you come out to this main screen, though, it's here. Okay, so my blog post is about less, let me see, what did we say it was? About less overwhelm. So, and using, so I want to have a girl, okay, before I go any further, sorry, let me say I'm going to create an image. So I'm going to tell it that. And then the style that I want, this is where that Magic Studio used to be. So you can go through and pick kind of the style. Pick that one, that's fun. And I'm going to say a social media manager sitting at a desk working on her social media posts for the week, feeling overwhelmed. Okay, and then you can also choose the aspect ratio if you want, so that it'll kind of put it together. So I'll just do a square for now. Okay, I don't know that she necessarily feels overwhelmed here, but let's go ahead and say, can you change her face to feel overwhelmed? So basically you can have conversations within the images and give it details and tell it, you know, what you want it to do. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. So when I like the image, I can do a couple of things. I can download it or copy it. So for this one, I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to paste it. Now, again, a couple of really cool features. If you want to change the colors a little bit, let's say the tone or you know, the vibe, it's not giving off the right vibe, you can totally change the colors. Well, that's not super amazing, but you get the idea. So you can change those around. Then there's also a tool, if you click edit, And now, you're probably familiar with background remover, but now there's a background generator. And so I can say, let's change her to be in a coffee shop. And then what's super cool about this is it's going to change that around for us, and it'll give us options again so we can decide which one we like best. Now, because you're waiting so patiently, I'm going to skip that for now, but also know there's other new tools that are in here with Magic Eraser has changed a little bit, and you're able to manipulate things with the foreground. Not that we would want to take her out of this picture, but we could if we wanted. So again, lots of tools to mess around with. But I'm going to go back to one of my favorite again, is if I had some text on here, and let's say that this was my title. And that's amazing now that this is the right size for my blog post. But now I want to advertise my blog post, let's say on Facebook. Then all I have to go down here to change this graphic is click here in this little arrow and then say resize page. And I'm going to make it into a Facebook post. And I'll just rename that Facebook post. And then let's say I want to make an Instagram post. I can do the same thing. And that way, all these assets are in one folder. So again, I'm going to call this blog post for April 24th. And I am really excited about my folder convention. So I'm going to go to File. I'm going to say Move to a folder. And I can see that I have a folder that I started for blogs. So I'll put that in here. And then that way all of my blogs posts are in one place. So it's super amazing. The other thing that I just started exploring with is utilizing the social media calendar tool. It's a Canva sheet. So if you come back out to this main screen right here, it's Canva sheet. And personally, I don't use Excel sheets that often, but this is kind of like Canva's version of it. If you click templates, you can look at all of the different sheet templates. So you can see their sheet. And I know some people who have already started using this, and it's very helpful. So social media calendar is one of them that I think is really amazing. And so you can go in and customize this with your content that you want to post. So for me, I decided I was going to make one for each week, and I'm going to use that to help me keep track of the concepts that I'm posting. What's really nice is, I'll get rid of this one. When you click in this box, you can say actions, and you can put a Canva design in there. So let's say I want to put that. And then now when I click on that, it's going to be my post that I have created. So that would be super helpful if you have teams, or you just really want all of your stuff in one spot. I think it's so nice. And then everything's organized there. So just one of the other cool features for Canva. Um, what else did I want to show you? There's also a tool that allows you to bulk generate, and I think I'm going to save that for another session, and I'll do just an episode on how to do bulk creation because I think you'll really find it very helpful. Um, okay, so now let's go back to StreamYard. We're going to stop sharing. Okay, so big takeaways. Um, Bulk creating we'll get to later, but being able to have all of those images in one area is so helpful. The last example I'm going to show you has to do with um, video creation. So again, I put this little icon here on my bar. I have Descript, which is what I use to record my videos. I have YouTube where I'm going to upload it. I have a consistent blurb that I put on all of my YouTube videos. So I'll have that there and I can copy and paste that easily. My thumbnail creation. Whoops. Oh, I don't want to click that. And I'm doing it again, you guys. I'm not sharing my screen. Let me try that one more time. This is good practice, right? Okay, now we should be good. So, business tools, video creation. So, if I click here, it's going to take me to Descript where I can record my video. Here is the link to my YouTube channel. Here's the blurb that I have in Google Docs that I'm going to copy and paste in every one of my videos. So it's just like everything is housed in the place where it needs to be. And then here's my thumbnail creation so that I have it again, it's a template. I'm going to make a copy and then I'll have it ready to go for my next video. Okay. Hopefully you found these tips helpful. Um, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up or share with me the tip that you found most helpful. And if you haven't already joined our free Facebook group, I would love it if you would do that. It's AI Business Boost, and we share all kinds of tips over there. Okay, have a great day.